everyone. It's Viveka von Rosen, Chief Visibility Officer with Vengresso, with an update on the new LinkedIn pages. So you might have seen my last video. You can see the link below. I'm super excited about the new pages. Most everybody has them now. So just remember the actual header or background image. You can see it now, so take a little time. Now, LinkedIn says that the header image is 1536 by 768 pixels. Not true. It's more like 1200 by 200 pixels. So just be aware of that when you're creating your background image. You've got the call to action now. You also have the little call button. It took a while for our button to show up so that we could change it from see jobs to learn more. Of course, you also have the option of register. So if you've got, say, a webinar coming up or an event coming up, you can actually put a registration button right there and point them to the registration link. So that's pretty exciting. In general, we just leave it on learn more and then point them to our website. Of course, you will also be able to put a web link in your detailed info too, but most people don't scroll down that low. So that call to action and the click button being up front above the fold is really powerful. So make sure to make use of these three elements. This is all in the administration page. Speaking of administration, what you will notice is that you've got different types of administrators now. So this is awesome because before, if someone was a designated administrator, they could shut down the page. So you get an unhappy employee, they shut down your page. Now what? Now you can create sponsored content posters. So these administrators can only post content, or lead gen form managers. So these are people who, actually the pipeline builder admins, those are folks who only have access to like the campaign manager, or the recruiter posters. Those are your folks who only have access to the paid ads and the recruitment ads and the careers pages, or designated administrators can do everything. So if you've got community managers and you want them sharing content, change them over to sponsored content posters. So that is rolling out now, and that is really, really cool. So make sure that you have all your campaign managers listed as administrators. You have to be first level connections with them in order to make them an administrator, just FYI. Here is the content suggestions that I was talking about last time, and we didn't have access to it yet. So now we have access to it. So I can go in and discover topics and articles that my audience will engage with on LinkedIn. So, we ourselves are a professional training and coaching company, but we have most of our audience is either in sales or marketing. So, of course, they don't have sales. So I'll just go ahead and put marketing and advertising there, mostly in the U.S. You can dial it down, and we have obviously a lot of folks in California and the Sacramento area, so I can further dial it down and get that information. And then generally the people that we train are CXO, director, manager, owner. So that's great. Now I can view content. And anytime I want to redo this, I just hit relaunch onboarding. If I'm like, you know what, there's too much there, professional training and coaching, those are our competitors, not really interested in that. All I have to do is make the changes here or click into relaunch onboarding and choose the information that I want to share. So now I can scroll through here and go, oh, there's an interesting article for my audience. Oh, there's an interesting article for my audience. I just want to make sure it's not from one of my competitors, right? Now, the other cool thing that you'll notice here is I can also see if my employees are sharing content. As soon as I have enough of an audience side with my employees sharing content, I can start to share their content too. Honestly, I just think this is a glitch, because what it should do is just see who's at vengresso.com and pull up their information. But that's okay, that will come. And then I can also choose content from the people who are following my company page. So I can do that as well. Again, I need to have over 300 people. So now I've added a few more industries and I'm up over my 300, but apparently no one has shared any content. And of course, I can add topics as well. So if I wanted to add some new topics in there, which I think my audience will be interested in, the key, of course, is getting to that first 300 people in audience size, whatever you have to do to get to that audience size. And then the other thing I like is the activity. Now in my video I mentioned, in my other video I mentioned that this will be playing well with Hootsuite now, so you'll be able to pull analytics in and see the analytics of all of your pages if you manage more than one. But not only that, it's super easy to come in here and see who's commenting, mentioning, and liking. And so now you have the opportunity of jumping in when someone mentions your company and simply thanking them for it, either as an individual or as the company. So that's pretty cool too. See, there is where Daryl has mentioned our company Vengresso, and that showed up right here in the mentions. And now you can notice, because I came to that update from my company page, instead of responding as Viveka von Rosen, I'm responding as Daryl. Of course, I want to @mention so he sees that. There we go. So that is pretty nifty as well. There are so many cool things happening that are going to help us to increase engagement with our company pages, increase followers with our company pages, which will allow us to share more helpful, useful information with them, which will build positive sentiment, top of mind awareness, and, you know, the end goal, business. Again, this is Viveka von Rosen, Chief Visibility Officer with Vengresso, hoping you have a fantastic day.